In Joe Burrow's last 3 games against the Cleveland Browns, he's thrown a red zone interception on the opening drive. He's only thrown 5 red zone interceptions in his career. 3 have opened games against the Browns. That is highly unusual to say the least. For the last few years, the Cleveland Browns have been the Cincinnati Bengals' kryptonite. They've beaten the Bengals 5 consecutive times. In this Who Day conversation, we're going to give 3 keys to beating the Browns on Sunday. Now, Lap couldn't join us in person this week, but he did share his key, and that is to be the better team in the trenches. Nick Chubb rushed for 101 yards in the first meeting, his 5th 100-yard game in 8 tries against the Bengals. Cincinnati did not have DJ Reader or Josh Tupou at the time. The Bengals will need to be better at stopping the run. And then on offense, they need to have a running game this time around. In the first game, the Bengals fell behind. They only ran the ball 10 times. They will be striving for balance in the rematch. So that's Lap's key. How about you, Butch?
Well, Hoardy, I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is they got Myles Garrett coming back at him, and he's owned the Bengals. The Browns are 7-1 with Myles Garrett on the edge. He's got 9 career sacks against him, 18 times hitting the quarterback, compared to 10.5 sacks and 20 hits on all the other teams in the division.
What's the good news?
The good news is the Bengals' offensive line is not playing like it was back on Halloween when Garrett, again, dominated with a sack and a half, had a tip that ended up in an interception, 4 hits on Joe Burrow. And they've given up 1 sack in each of the last 2 games against 2 very good fronts. So the good news is that's not the offensive line from Halloween.
All right, my key is pretty simple on Sunday. The Bengals can't beat themselves. In Joe Burrow's last 3 games against the Cleveland Browns, he's thrown a red zone interception on the opening drive. He's only thrown 5 red zone interceptions in his career. 3 have opened games against the Browns. That is highly unusual to say the least. Speaking of unusual, Evan McPherson missed a 47-yard field goal and an extra point in the last game against Cleveland. A rare bad game for Money Mac. If the Bengals cut down on their mistakes and dominate the trenches and block Myles Garrett, they'll come out on top in the 99th Battle of Ohio.